Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails the Third. For today we have yet another memory for us to get through the door, watch it and see what it's all about. And today it's Renne's turn. And trust me, if you're seeing this today for the first time, we are back to the memories and we have a whole bunch we need to get through. So for now, let's go straight into Renne's. Or at least I think this one is Renne. Bring to me the girl who plays with a giant doll. However, inside a trial awaits her. Should this fail to deter you, you open the door and step inside. So the giant doll, pretty clear indicator for me it was Renne. Yes. And do we get to fight with our big doll? Ooh. Maybe we'll get that as an S-craft, the Motten and Potter. Haven't ever thought about that, because it's not here, it's not one of her abilities, and we did see it being here when we picked up her sealing stone. Overcome the trial before you, then I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. She has to do it alone? Really? Uh-oh. No information, because she doesn't have that. Oh, it's not big enough! I'm gonna assume the Star Guardian is going to heal us until it's too much damaged. So I'm gonna try something. Oh, I want to see the little ones get closer to each other so we can do the area attack. And what do? They just go further away from each other, making it useless. Okay, at least we have 3 now instead of just 1. Let's hope they're not immune against it, or else I will be in a very bad position. Resist, but still dead. Okay. Alright, shall we use something to heal ourselves up a little bit? They should be the same as Curia Bomb, right? Because elements or load... Yeah, that's just bomb then. I think the lowered status would more like strength and defense down instead of stated elements, isn't it? Do we... 4,000. Ooh, it is very close. Defense is down. She should be able to survive at least another round of attacks. They get to take another time. Okay, 0, that's good, that's good. That was very dangerous. Alright, now we need to heal. And next round we need to focus on getting rid of the little ones. Or maybe the big one. It's the Gorgon laser that's throwing me off. Because I can't remember if she's protected against petrified. Because if she's petrified, then this is over. Really? It's L and it still doesn't hit more than one target? Really? Might as well just go with this one then. Yeah, since they are resistant against death blows, I'd rather have one enemy out of the way. And it would be too risky to do the other one, because it could be just below, let's see, because it was 45, not the 55 the other one has, we still have 2 of them. And I'd rather just have 1 at this point. Come on, no Gorgon, no Gorgon. Why is it not attacking? Fine, we beat the trial. Just show me one of her memories. You have overcome the trial. Thus I grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Loading. Complete. Mother in the 13 factories. Gordia's class tactical Archaism development plan. Author 13 factories. Codename Mother. Plan overview. We intend to develop a cutting-edge Archaism that inherits the DNA of the rest of the Gordia series while containing a more advanced control system. It will retain the same tactical effectiveness that was the primary development goal in previous models, while allowing for more flexible and precise strategic usage as well. Ooh, so we get an entire, let's say, layout and an explanation to what Mother actually is. Nice. The Archaism is intended to be accessible across the whole continent. Powerful main and sub-engines should allow it to operate for several years without resupplying. Autonomous combat ability. The use of the Mars Integrated Orbital Arithmetic Logic Unit will allow for advanced autonomous combat and effective identifying of targets. In addition, the Archaism's control system will make use of the operator's nervous system, allowing for reflective, instinctive movement in combat. The operator will communicate with the Archaism without being in physical contact with it. This will require a compatible candidate to be found and chosen. Dimensions. Height and weight. Overall height 15.5 arch. Unit weight 55 thorim. 68 thorim when fully armed. Armaments. The Archaism's primary weaponry will be its orbital energy cannons, but it will have other kinds of orbital weaponry and even several gunpowdered weapons as backup. It will also have a revival system, which will use an ornament to generate healing energy to heal or revive its operator in times of great danger. Armor material. The armor plating will be made using Kurda Legion alloy. Kurda Legion is most fitting material to use, given that it is the most capable we have access to in all regards. For data regarding strength, see files on Gospel Plan. Current progress. New engines. Development is proceeding smoothly in line with the plans drawn up by Professor Novartis. Tests have also confirmed that they are already capable of providing power to the actuators. However, the Professor has raised concerns about the low responsiveness of the flight engine. This is especially true for the anti-gravity generator. He concludes that the engine as it stands cannot be put into actual use. The possibility of using boosters to provide additional propulsion is under consideration. Actuators. Development of the actuators is experiencing significant difficulty, as it isn't possible to simply use the same one as other Archaisms. The increased size of the main weaponry means that the Archaism's weight during combat is significant, and as a result problems have been occurring in the durability tests, especially with the leg joints. It may be possible to make improvements in this area by using precise control to the weight burden is spread evenly rather than focusing on one point. Main armaments. The orbital energy cannons that will serve as its primary armament have been successfully tested. However, by order of Professor Novartis, the possibility of them becoming twin mounts is being analyzed, so they have yet to be equipped. The new orbital engines are expected to be able to provide enough energy to compensate for the necessary increase in output. Control system. Experiments regarding the control system are currently ongoing. For the result of the experiments that have been carried out so far, see a separate entry. Experiment results. Brilliant picture. Absolutely brilliant. Test of the control system continues to be performed. However, none of the test subjects have been able to realize the expected level of precision we are aiming for. The result of the main test conducted by Professor Novartis and his team can be viewed above. Test results. Test subject A1. Abnormality during phase 2, comatose. Test subject B3. Abnormality during phase 3, cardiac arrest. Test subject C1. Abnormality during phase 1, complete insanity. Test subject D7. Abnormality during phase 2, comatose. Test subject E3. Abnormality during phase 2, cardiac arrest. Test subject F2. Abnormality during phase 2, comatose. Test subject G4. Abnormality during phase 3, comatose. Test subject H1. Abnormality during phase 2, comatose. So what we are seeing right here is they have basically sacrificed a lot of people in order to find the right compatible partner for the part of mother unit. Test subject 16, I6. Abnormality during phase 4, mental breakdown. As can be seen, all of the test subjects failed to adapt to the control system. Nonetheless, the Society continues to supply test subjects, and we intend to keep performing further experiments. Future development. We have received word from the Society that development is to be temporarily frozen. Their reasoning is that the stability of the control system is in question. From now on, only test subjects carefully chosen by the Society will be taking part in connection tests. Test subject R3 successfully completed all 4 testing phases. Note, the subject did experience a small degree of flashbacks. Test subject R3 succeeded in communicating with Father Mother, ascertaining the Society's intention in regard to resuming development. Subject R3 has succeeded in operating Father Mother, ascertaining the Society's intention in regards to resuming development. Resume. Side story. Gordia's class experiment report finished. A very short one. 10,000 Mira. I was actually hoping to get like a new escort with her using the Father Mother unit, or just like with Tida to be able to use it during a fight, but maybe that would be too much to ask because that thing is extremely powerful. Would have loved it though. So it does mean we have more than enough time for another story. We should have. Ooh, wait. There's more? What's the bonus? I didn't fail the trial. I beat it. What does it say? Huh. I have to look into this. There must be a reason why I didn't get the bonus. Maybe I should have beaten the trial in a certain way, or within a certain time. Because I didn't die, so I actually did defeat them, so why didn't I get the bonus? Oh well. We'll leave that for another time, but I was watching what other door we have next. Overcome a trial. Should this fail to deter you? Open the door and step inside. To do that, we should definitely try to regain Ren's CP first. So let me do that, and I will see you at the next memory. Welcome back, everyone. You okay, Ren? If you're feeling tired, why don't you rest here in the garden for a bit? All the others are here. You wouldn't be alone. I'm not tired at all. I just got something on my mind. Well, I suppose it can't hurt. Let me give it a try. So, the reason we didn't get the bonus is because we didn't get the seed for going back to the garden. Very surprising indeed. But I'll take it. Father, Mother. I knew you'd come. Pater Mater, switch to standby mode. Right, that's that. Ren learned the Pater Mater S-craft. Yes, we will. What? Why do you all look so surprised? This world can be directly influenced by people's thoughts. We've established that much already. So why wouldn't Pater Mater come with me? Yeah. It's too important to her. Aww, I wish it was just keep standing here so we could interact with it. Well, to be honest, I was coming back here because I had a couple of fights, so the fountain should be refilled. So I wanted to come back to replenish my CP, and there it is. And then we got the scene which got us the Pater Mater S-craft. So have a quick look at if it's an all hitter, which I am hoping. It's a line attack. Summons Pater Mater, which annihilates all with its cannons. Probably a little bit bigger area, but I think the only way to find that out is to use it in combat. Still glad I got it though. Does it mean that the bonus is now fulfilled? It is. Alright. That really knocked me off my game. I really thought we did something wrong in that fight or something. Alright. I'm guessing we're gonna try door 11. I think we have more than enough time for that, and let's see how that goes. Those who seek to enter this door must first overcome a trial. Should this fail to deter you, open the door and step inside. Alright, party should be strong enough. Right. Overcome the trial before you, and then I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Ooh, lots of little gears. Yeah, heals those who attack it, but when HP is low, starts to attack greatly. Reflect Arch used on it. So all physical group, and they seem pretty close. I am very much inclined to use all my S-crafts on this just to see what we'll end up with. And to see the new S-craft for Ries and the new S-craft for Renne. Why the hell not? Let's enjoy it. And it should be close enough for even the mid-range hits to attack all the targets. Alright, give me all the damage. Oh yeah, the extra units are definitely going down. I hope we have enough. They have enough HP to last. Do they though? Yeah, they should. They definitely should. Not the little ones on the side, but I mean the main target. Oh, and just in case someone is wondering this after how many episodes we're already in the series, I know how to fast forward through animations, but I love them too much to do that. So I just always watch them because I love them. I genuinely mean that. Alright, let's see the Heavenly Sphere. I haven't seen that one yet. Nice big area as well. Basically the heavenly version of the satellite beam. Nice damage, even for a single target. And now the coup de grace. Pater Mater. Yeah, very big area. Practically an all hitter. Amazing. Could have used a little bit more German accent, since that's where it's derived from. Ooh. Ooh, that's really powerful. At least visually speaking. Damage-wise, it's okay. Uh-oh. Well, I would have expected a little bit more from something called the World Shaker, but I'll take it. Yeah, it's probably not too happy with what we just did. Okay, so Tila can now do absolutely nothing. No cross? Oh, we don't have the CP for that, of course. And a lot of water. Celestial bombs, nice. You have overcome the trial. Thus, as I grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Ooh. Origin story of BleuBlanc? An investigative report on Phantom Thief B. His crimes, his history, and his true identity. Imperial Chronicle Investigation Team. Phantom Thief B has had quite a lengthy and productive career in thievery in the Empire, as the amount of records we have been able to find on his crimes proves beyond a doubt. From numerous paintings held in the Imperial Art Gallery, to a Septian crystal held in the Empire's custom warehouse, to even a cutting-edge tank held in an Imperial Army research facility. Nothing is truly safe when he desires to steal it. His conquests are unlimited to inanimate objects. He has been guilty of pretending to be a military officer and eloping with a wife of a marquis on one reported occasion. Yet, and this is perhaps the most baffling part, there is no concrete evidence to suggest he has profited from his exploits. Rather, the objects stolen usually end up in places so bizarre their owners are liable to faint upon hearing about them. In other cases, they are transformed into mirror, which is then rained down from the sky in areas largely inhabited by those less fortunate. Hearing this, one might be led to think him a vigilante thief who takes from the rich and giving to the poor, but make no mistake, the truth is not that simple. The wife of the Marquis discussed earlier is a fine example of that. As of this writing, it has been little over half a year since the elopement took place. Since then, she has remained unaccounted for. Many of the items stolen by him may return to the public eye in some fashion, but not all. Between his eccentric techniques and bizarre behavior regarding the objects he steals, it might appear as though his thefts are purely whims and nothing else. Upon studying the overall picture and viewing the objects, and indeed people, in play, you begin to see that they have all one specific thing in common. Take the artwork stolen from the Imperial Art Gallery, for example. Each of them were works of pure genius, painted by a master of their craft. But they gained a reputation for being too complex for the target audience of such works, the nobility, and were shamefully stored away instead of placed on display. Similar could be said of the Septian crystal. Known for its unparalleled beauty, after being seized by customs, it was sealed away in the warehouse and doomed never to be admired by human eyes ever again. The tank, again, is one more example. With its promising development cut short, rather than be put to good use, it was left collecting dust. As an aside, the case of the Marquis's wife does contain some striking similarities. Despite marrying her, he devoted most of his attention to his concubines, barely spared a thought of for her. In conclusion, we can see now that the underlying motive for his actions is finding objects of beauty that have been abandoned by the world and freeing them from their foolish owners. No matter how the world may see his crimes, his motive is clear. The truth of that is evident in the cards he leaves before committing his crimes. This is the so-called liberation of beauty mentioned upon each of them. Phantom Thief B steals not for money, but for an ideal he believes in. And it is this fact we believe are clues to his true identity. A number of valid theories have come about the face behind our famed thief. Unfortunately, they are all as lacking in conclusive proof as they are numerous, so it's impossible to say whether any of them are actually correct. To complicate matters further, we now even have deranged individuals coming forward pretending to be him and allowing themselves to be captured by law enforcement. That is not to say, however, that none of the theories circulating are at all plausible. Here we will introduce 3 such theories, which have developed significantly followings and may not turn out to be too far from the truth. Theory 1. Amorous con artist X. X personal history. X is known for his exceptional skill as a con artist, having faked his own identity in order to engage in romantic relationships with many noble women. He was as handsome as he was capable, and he was exceptionally proud in nature as well. Born to a poor family in a temperate south, he became used to stealing in order to make ends meet from a young age. According to the testimony from a companion at the time, he was never once caught for such thefts. The reason X converted from being a common thief to a con artist is believed to have stemmed from falling in love with a noblewoman much higher social standing than he. The rule of aristocracy was absolute in the country he called home, and blessed romances between those of different classes completely unthinkable. With that in mind, he resolved to create a false identity in order to make his dream possible. Following his first rousing success, he came to do the same on a myriad of other occasions, indulging in one forbidden affair after another. It was a mere 10 years ago that he was arrested on suspicion of identity fraud, but he performed a miraculous escape from prison. Ever since then, his whereabouts have remained unknown. Thoughts. Both X's peerless skills as a thief and his interest in forbidden romances with noble women sound remarkably like we know of Phantom Thief B. Not entirely true. It's not that he's going with illicit affairs with women. He is looking for beauty in people, male or female, objects and situations. I think this one is too far away for being Phantom Thief B. Also worth noting, as despite using his abilities of deception to court those of vast wealth, he displays virtually no interest in their fortunes. That is to say, he gained no financial benefit from his actions whatsoever. Instead, he simply lamented that he was unable to indulge in them because of something as trivial as his social class. We conclude that this attitude bears a striking resemblance to the thief-owned views on beauty. Theory 2. Tragic artist Y. Y's personal history. Y was an artist with a rather tragic past. Born to a middle-class family in the north, he was hired by an influential aristocrat to be their personal artist, producing many a stunning piece of work. However, it was later discovered that wasn't all he produced. On the contrary, he was also responsible for a number of counterfeit pieces. The one who hired him sought to profit through ill means thanks to his work, and so he created such counterfeits under the noble's instructions. One day, however, Y suddenly left the noble's service. The reason remains unknown. This is where his tragedy begins. Immediately after leaving his client behind, Y receives a terrible piece of news. His lover, the daughter of a respected family, had been killed in a tragic accident. While there is no evidence to prove as much, it is rumored that the noble may have had a hand in her death. Y was only spotted once more at his lover's grave before forever disappearing from the public eye. To those who knew his story, he became known as a truly tragic artist. Several years later, the nobleman was murdered. Thoughts? The story of Y still has several unsolved mysteries surrounding it, and has invited much speculation, both of which have likely led to the theory that he and Phantom B are one and the same. Now, between X and Y, this is even more removed from Phantom B in my opinion for what we have known so far. It might be a nice theory, but no. To me personally, I think Phantom Thief B, BleuBlanc, I think he's from nobility and sees himself as a purveyor of beauty. Very much like Olivier, but then to a whole different kind of extreme, you know what I mean? So I think it would be a rich nobleman that has absolutely no money worries. That's why he doesn't care about the money, loot, or receiving something like that. And he wants to spread the beauty all over the world. Why he wants to do that? I don't have a theory on that just yet, but I do believe that he is actually nobility. Phantom Thief B has been known at times to try and dispose of counterfeits, believing them to be false beauty. This has led to believe that Phantom B may be attempting to get rid of the world of counterfeits that he himself created. Lending further credibility to this is the discovery of the forgeries disposed of by Phantom B were indeed the works of Y. That could also just be circumstantial evidence. Because it could be, might not be. Theory 3. Skilled martial artist Z. Z's personal history. The stories of Z is significantly different from the other two potential identities we have proposed here, making this an unusual but still plausible possibility. Z was born in the Far East as the son of a famed military family. He is an attractive, delicate-built young man, but he was far more skilled in martial arts than his frame would have suggested, being blessed with great natural talent. He is also said to possess a keen, sharp mind, and there was a mild air of arrogance about him too. Z was indeed blessed in nearly every way. He came from an important family, he had skill, he had looks, and as a result, he came to feel bored with the world around him. He hardly kept such thoughts to himself. In fact, he often voiced his complaints to anyone within earshot. These complaints persisted until one day he simply disappeared, telling no one where he was going and leaving nothing to suggest his next destination. Thoughts. Much of this theory is based on the idea of geniuses being eccentric by nature. There are some who say that the fighting style of Z has some resemblance to the peculiar skills used by Phantom Thief B, but in terms of credibility, this theory is barely a cut above many other similarly unusual suggestions. Still, the idea that the man beneath the mask is one from the East is certainly an interesting and exciting one. leading many to wish it were true, even if they find themselves doubting it actually is. This one is the most plausible to me, but I think all three are wrong. But that's just me. And that brings us to the end of outlining 3 very different theories. Could X, Y, or Z be the true identity of our famed Phantom Thief? Or is the truth perhaps something else entirely? The only way we will know for sure is to hear the truth from the man himself. Of course, whether we can trust anything he says is a discussion for another time. Postscript. After this article was first published, we received a card believed to be from Phantom Thief B himself at our office. The contents of the card are as follows. The truth of my identity is already within your grasp. My number reveals all. Judging by this, it's believed that one of the 3 theories proposed is the true identity of Phantom Thief B. I would go with Z. That's me. But if the theory is that being bored is what drove him, it has to be something more than that. That said, uncovering the meaning behind his words have proven to be a trying task. Will one valued reader be able to step forward and solve what we cannot? Only time will tell. Side story Phantom Thief B report finished. That's a nice one. Phantom Thief's cape. And then that was Mira. Alright, let's see what the cape is. And the perfect 2 stories to be combined together. Ren's, let us say, story about what Padre Mater is and what it contains. And then, of course, a little bit of a backstory for Blank Blue. Agility, movement, and drop rate up. Ooh. I do like an increase in my drop rate. I really do. Good for when we're grinding for items, sepith, or anything else of that regard. Alright, so we have another memory done. Well, we actually have 2 memories done in one episode. Something I did not expect, but I do embrace. So, for next time, because I am going to leave it here, we're going to do another memory. And if we look at the list, we have still 2 here, because 14 is after you open up all the other doors, so we can definitely not do this just yet. We have the 400th battle and the Richard one. So these 2 will be very nice. Then we also have the Septian ones, which I think we might have to wait until we get to the 7th plane, because that will upgrade our store even more, and maybe get that last few level 5 quartz so we can open up this door. So this one I think definitely needs to wait to the 7th plane. And for this, present for me a form of happiness. So I will see if I can find something in our inventory that confirms what this is. Or else I'm gonna see in the store with quartz wise if it fits. And if that's the case, maybe this will be the one I try next. If not, we go with the 2 options we have on the star doors. And after we completed those, we can continue on to the villa and open up our way to plane number 7 and see what we'll encounter there. What kind of insanity we have to fight when we reach that level, because we already fought a lot of known but extremely strong opponents. What's left? Very curious on that indeed. But like I said, next time we're gonna go with some more memories we have in store, and hopefully with the rewards we get from that, we can fight even better for whatever comes on our way. But that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, make sure to be back next time as we open up some more memory doors. Bye bye.